It was a tough tournament for us based off the results. One thing, though, positive that we can take from it is the fact that, we were in all of those games. We were competing. It's just we kind of beat ourselves there at the end.
And then looking ahead to this week, conference play opens up with Chadron State at home. What do you know about them?
Well, first of all, we're excited. Open up on our home field. We played them last year and definitely we were very impressed with their defense on their infield. Some of the plays that they were making were pretty stellar. So we're understanding that moving forward, and we also have a game plan as far as their hitters go as well.
Questions?
Yeah, what are the biggest takeaways going from, the beginning of the season now going into conference play?
Basically what we told the girls is, the preseason happened, we were able to work some things out, we were able to see what we have, and we're able to move on from there. So preseason was, kind of phase one. Now phase two starts with the conference, and that's something we got to take care of business with. So we're going to move forward and make those changes and make those adjustments and get into conference play.
What did you learn about your team and the players and kind of your rotation as you get ready for conference play?
Just same thing as every year as far as, you get players that'll step up, you get players that'll perform and kind of rise to the occasion, and also just more in general what we need to work on as far as the team aspect goes, fundamentally skill set wise and things like that, and we can make those adjustments again moving forward.
Those two games at the end, 2 extra inning losses against 2 tough opponents, one being the number 2 team in the country, the other one they kind of just got hot super late and they put up 3 runs in the top of the 8th, and you guys are kind of forced to come back from behind. But Hawaii Leo beat the number 2 team, and you guys beat them. So obviously there's stuff that you guys can work with. Obviously 2-3 record is what you guys want, but it will be probably preventable going down the line because there's some positives and both negatives there.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. So D1 softball, there's a lot of upsets. So D2 softball, I guess, is no different in the sense of those upsets as well. But just game specific, there was definitely some moments that, again, like I said when we started, it's just we beat ourselves. We were there with those teams. We weren't the lesser team. We just ended up costing ourselves the game in that sense. So positives and negatives to take away from it.
Is it going to be nice to play on your home field finally?
Yeah, I think we're all pretty excited. We've been traveling a lot and missing a lot of class, so it's exciting this week too that we get 5 full days of practice compared to 1 to 2 before we left for Tucson.
How do you feel the chemistry of the team is at this current state?
Our chemistry's pretty good. I know we've had some ups and downs with the losses lately, but afterwards when we've all talked together, we've been able to rally around it, and I think we're ready to put in some work this week at practice since we get the 5 full days.
What do you think some of the biggest improvements you guys can make before going into this weekend?
I think staying consistent with our defense and our hitting and making sure that we can get multiple hits in the same inning so we can score runs and produce runs, and just kind of minimalizing the errors that we make.
Shea RMAC pitcher of the week. What was your confidence level inside the circle?
I really had a lot of trust in my teammates, especially in that last game, even though there were some errors on the infield. If I got another ground ball or a pop-up after that, we recovered from it. And I remember there was one inning where there was 2 infield errors, but then the next girl hit one of the outfield, and either Lauren or Brooke laid out and saved the infielders, and those runs didn't score. So I think it was just a lot of trust in my team and knowing that we're a good hitting team, and we tend to come back from things like that.
Coach, what would you say was the biggest takeaway from going 2-3 in a pretty tough competitive field, and now going to RMAC play?
So just transitioning again, just working on those adjustments, but understanding that preseason with the regional teams that we were playing against and those caliber of teams, that's kind of what we'll end up seeing towards the end of the season when it comes to regionals. So to be there with them as far as in those games and getting into extra innings, we do not like the international tiebreaker. We lost too many of those, but we can take away the fact that we are there right now. We just again need to clean some things up as far as infield defense goes, and getting our swings down as well, and kind of staying through the ball and staying on play there.
How do you think having a tough beginning of the season before conference play is going to help you guys out?
I think it'll help us because we've kind of had to learn from losing how to pick it back up and play games after it and try to, not let the loss affect us mentally and just stay strong through it. So I think throughout season, since we have a lot of games ahead of us, it'll help us stay strong. We may drop a game here and there, but after that we'll battle back and come back the next games after.
Have those kind of losses brought this team together? Do you guys see, working stronger together in practice or getting ready in preparation for games?
I definitely think the losses do bring us together. We have a really great team as far as picking each other up after mistakes are made and after losses. We talk, even after the coaches talk to us about, what we could work on mentally and physically, and just people step up and take charge, and we all know what we need to work on, and we all support each other a lot through that.
Question of the week. All right, this goes for everybody. So if you could
You
be-
stumped us last week, so
That's right, that's right,
you need, yeah.
hopefully this is easier. If you could be on any game show or reality TV show, what would it be?
Ooh. Shea, you got this one.
I would be on Family Feud. I'm very good at that show when I play it in the living room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine would also be Family Feud. My family and I watch it, and we answer the questions as fast as we possibly can. So.
I'd have to say Wheel of Fortune. I love that show. So, yeah, definitely. I like that.